Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first nail video on my channel. I really hope you guys enjoy it. This is just my nail setup. What I do every time I want to do my nails, I set this up. Unfortunately, I had to cut my natural nails because I picked off the polygel. Don't pick off your polygel. I've learned the hard way. I had to cut my natural nails down, which I was really sad about because it's taken me months to get them like this, but I've learned from my mistakes. I will not always take them off properly now. And like this is just me like filing them and prepping them for putting on like the nail tips. Also, the camera angles aren't great in this. I tried my very hardest to get clips from every single like step I was doing, but it was really hard to film this. I don't know why. Okay, so this is my nails once I've filed them. And then this is me sizing the tips. Now, I kind of know what size I'm going to be, but I always double check anyway. These tips I've never used. I've never done stiletto nails. This is my first set of stiletto nails and with polygel, so I was kind of like not scared, but not really sure how it was going to go. I thought it was going to be an absolute fail, but they turned out pretty good if I say so myself. So it's just me sizing them up, and this process takes me forever. Also, I was gonna film, like, not do a voiceover and just film this for you guys, like, as I was doing every step, but this, like, doing nails in general just takes me forever. The first time I ever did polygel took me 4 hours, so I like to watch, like, Hollyoaks or YouTube. Just now I'm watching Hollyoaks, I think, or Gogglebox, I don't remember, but it does take me a long time, so that's why I just decided to do a voiceover for you guys. So this is just me sizing nails, like nail tips for my nails. Make sure your nail tips fit your nail bed from sidewall to sidewall. It can't be too short, too big, or it's just going to ping off and it's going to cause lifting, which I've also learned the hard way with not sizing my tips properly. So take my advice and just size them like dead on, nail like sidewall to sidewall. So once I've sized my tips, I know they're all going to fit and they're all perfect. I push back my cuticles, remove any dead skin. I use nippers if I've got any cuticle that needs to be removed. You don't want any cuticle on your natural nails or you're also going to get lifting. So I always just make sure I do my prep like really good, because if you don't, your prep's like key for nails to like last. So I always make sure my prep is like done really thorough, just so I know that I'm not going to have any problems later on. So once I've used my pusher, I use my electric drill. My electric drill is something I'm glad I invested in, but this one isn't the best. It's good for prep work, but it isn't good for like filing anything like nail enhancements, polygel, anything like that. So I literally just use this for cuticle work because it is pretty good for that. But you cannot adjust the speed on this one, and it's battery operated. So I'm going to link everything I use. Once I've used my electric drill, I then go into a hand file. This is just to rough up the edges of the nail to make the tips stick better. I've found that roughing the nail just a wee bit helps the nail enhancement stick better to your natural nail. So once I've filed my natural nails, I'm going to put on the tips. I don't recommend using like heaps of glue, just enough to stick on the tips. I literally just put it in like the well of the nail tip and make sure that when I'm putting it on and placing it on my nail that there's no air bubbles and that it's flat to my natural nail, especially like the sides that like poke out. You can see like where the stiletto, like where it curves in, there's like 2 little tips. Make sure they're stuck in as well, because you don't want them to be lifting out, or that's going to cause it to just ping off and lift.
Wish that I could stay.
So once all the tips are sticked on, we need to file very, very lightly away the ridge from your natural nail to the tip. You need to make that as flat as possible. And take your time. You don't want to, try not to file your natural nail too much, because that can damage your natural nail. So very lightly. I think I'm using a 150 grit here. I wouldn't use anything higher than that. Okay, so once we've filled all the tips and they're all nice and flat, we're going to remove all the dust and the oil from my nail. This dispense stuff, I don't think you can buy this. I'm just going to link something else down below. I'll probably link the Miley one because I've used that and finished it and I enjoyed that. And I don't think I can rebuy this. So whatever I link, I've used it before and I obviously recommend it. Okay, so once all the prep's done, we've done all the nail tips on, we're going to put base coat on. This is the Miley base coat. My Polygel never actually came with a base coat, and I was like, what am I going to use? You can use any base coat you want, apparently. So I used this one. This one's great. So you're going to put a base coat on all the nails, and I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds.
Wish that I could stay.
Okay, so now the fun part. This is when we start doing the polygel. Once I do one hand at a time just because things can get messy and sticky. Once you've done the base coat, it's going to be sticky. You don't remove that sticky layer. You're going to use slip solution, whatever slip solution comes with your polygel. This came with my polygel. This is the polygel I'm using. This was just one that I found cheap off Amazon. And it's good, it does the job. So I put on like a tiny little bead. Okay, so with polygel, what I found, if my brush is starting to stick to the polygel or it's not moving the polygel, put it back in the slip solution because you don't want your brush to stick to the polygel because it'll literally be a mess. I just make sure that it's not flooding the cuticle and that it's smooth and all over the nail tip. I also make sure that when I'm doing my polygel that I check underneath the nail tip, and if there's anything underneath there, get rid of it, because once you've cured the polygel, you cannot remove the polygel unless you file it off, and that could take forever. So just make sure that it's neat, it's nice and smooth, and it's not flooding the cuticle before you put it in the lamp. And I cure my polygel for 60 seconds. And I just do this for every single nail, a little bead. Make sure it's not flooding the cuticle, make sure it's nice and smooth, that there's no polygel stuck underneath the nail tip.
Wish that I could stay. 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 Wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind. And though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night. And you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
Okay, so once I've done all my nails, I've obviously cured them all. I will then go back and check every single nail, make sure that it's all smooth. If there's any lumps or there's certain areas that are not the same height as the rest of the polygel, I will then go in and like sort that. I only think I had to sort 2, but I make sure I check all the angles, like the top of the nail, the sides of the nail, just make sure that it's all smooth. It's all one level, and then I'll cure whatever touch-ups I've done. Once I've sorted all like the nails and they're all cured, The polygel is sticky, so you want to remove that sticky layer. I use this stuff, and just make sure you do like the nail and underneath the nail if your nails are long, because it can be sticky under there if you've got polygel underneath there. Okay, and then once we've removed that sticky layer, then we're going to file them. I'm trying to like refine the shape again, because polygel can become like quite thick and you can kind of like lose your shape. So I'm getting back the shape, and I'm also trying to make sure that the top is all a smooth, even surface.
Wish that I could stay. Wish for this moment to never go.
Okay, so once all the filing's done and they're all smooth, they're all nice shape, and they're the way I want them to be shape-wise, I then can go in with my base coat, which is the Miley base coat, and I put on a thin layer of that on every single nail and cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so once the base coat is cured, I then go in with my colour. I use Lavender Violet gel polish and Miley gel polish. The Lavender Violet ones don't have like names, so I'll just link a few. I'll try and find these ones that I've used. And Miley gel, I'll link the one that I used. It was Cozy Nights that I used for my pointer finger. The rest of them were Lavender Violet gel polishes. And I do one coat, cure it, and then a second coat and cure that.
Away. But it's all in my mind. And though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night.
Okay, so once I've done my colour, I then do my top coat. I do a thin layer of top coat on every single nail, and I'll cure that. Because these nails were quite long, I actually had a top coat underneath of my nails. I did a thin layer of that and just cured it as well, just so that they last and they don't chip. With the Miley gel, it is actually sticky once you've cured it, so you have to take away that sticky layer. I just use the wipe solution that I was using before. I just use this. Because I've done the top coat underneath my nails, I do underneath my nails. I just remove the sticky layer from every single nail. Also, I only ever paint one hand at a time, just so I know what I'm doing and what colours I want to do. And that's the nails done. I am obsessed with these. These are my first Stiletto polygels, and I love them so much. I'm glad it wasn't a disaster. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's my first voiceover and nail video, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. There's going to be so much more nail videos because I enjoyed filming this. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!